basically. If you look at when the power comes out of a inverter, it's more of a square. Now I know that's technical, and some people are going, AC DC, basically AC means one time versus the other. And if you look at it, you understand electronics, you know what I mean.
So you have to oscilloscope, yeah. Right.
So now to do that, I found one unit. I think it was by Restauronics or something like that. They had a 12-volt inverter, our 12-volt plug-in. So that would power your unit, and you wouldn't have the problem with it. Because basically what's happening is you're plugging it into an inverter, it's plugging into an inverter again, which is changing it from the AC back to DC. Well, Restauronics, I like that has one, but ResMed, it doesn't. Maybe on some of their units. So like I said, there's a lot of other factors. Having extra equipment, because unlike at home, you're supposed to wash your tube on a regular basis to knock out bacteria. It takes time for that tube to dry. So if you don't have the extra equipment, and wipe down the extra filters, a truck is definitely a lot dirtier than a house. Normally. Now, granted, there are some people houses that are filthy.
You should say my first apartment. That's another story. But you're right. I mean, and the thing is that, we're no doubt headed on this road to where that more drivers are going to be screened for sleep apnea, and naturally that is going to result in more drivers either having to be equipped with CPAP machines, or they're going to have to get out of trucking. And for those, since we're heading down that road, obviously it is incumbent on, it's important to say that the trucks are properly equipped to handle these, because right now, from what I've been reading and people I've been talking to, these machines, aren't exactly the most durable. I mean, let's take satellite radio for instance. A satellite radio is made for being in a vehicle, whether it is a big rig, or it's a four-wheeler, other types of vehicles, boats, hell, you name it. Whereas a CPAP machine, it's not exactly made for great on-the-road use.
Yeah, I'm on my second unit. I've been on a BiPAP, which is basically, it's the CPAP that goes both, it allows the air to go back out, where it's not just the positive air, but it allows the air to be released. It's called a BiPAP.
I didn't know you were bi.
Well, if you tell anybody, I'm not going to admit it. I'm going to say it was your fault, but that's the side of it. So, I'm on my second unit. Okay, and that's where, like I said, you're doing a lot of the research and trying to find this, trying to find that about it. So I can see where the ruggedness needs to happen. I'm on the others, I only put so much water in. There's so much involved. Now, when your car's being read, it doesn't tell you what your pressure is. It doesn't say that that's the right amount of pressure. All that car's telling you is John Doe had it on. He had it on for a minimum of, or whatever number of hours, and it qualified for the 4.5 hours or whatever it said. There was minimal amount of leakage, so it doesn't really give the idea of what an actual sleep study does. I could see it being done on a regular basis and being retested to make sure that you're doing it. But again, if you're not a veteran and you can't get your vet rep to get you into one of their sleep clinics and doing all this, it's an out-of-the-pocket expense. And that's, $1,200. I don't know about you, but last time I had to give you $1,200, I'm still broke.
Well, that's because I charge you 2 points per week, and that adds up pretty quickly. But all seriousness though, you're right. And again, the sleep studies too. This is time off the road. This is incredible expense, and what I think needs to be included in this discussion too of looking more at sleep apnea is okay. Let's examine ways where drivers can do sleep studies while they're on the road. Equipment is there. Portable equipment is there to where it can be used at home or on the road by a truck driver or in a hotel where you don't have to be in an environment that you're not comfortable in. Let's face it, and I think I'm not alone in saying this, a lot of people, that unless you're really used to traveling a lot, sleeping in a bigger bed